What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So as you can see here, I've got my GE Profile fridge here. This fridge is actually about 13 to 15 years old now, something like that, something crazy. Working like a champ, but it's time to change the water filter. And I thought I'd change it up from the stock MWF filters to a system like this here. So I've got two components here, and I'll show you guys how these work. And they say this lasts up to 5 years versus 6 months. So quite a bit of cost savings here. As you see down the line, it's just going to save you a lot of money in the long run, especially if you drink a lot of water and you love that tasteless water. Alright, so in this video I'm going to go ahead and unbox the unit, show you what's included. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my fridge, show you how to turn off your water, disconnect the line, and then also do the full install start to finish. Let's go. Alright, and because you're not using your stock MWF filter, you need something like this. This is actually a filter bypass. Check that out. Alright, so this is the filter right here. Let's go ahead and give this turn counterclockwise. I'll pull out just like that. Alright, as you can see, there's the filter, there's the bypass. It's got the same exact connection point. So to install this, it's exact same, but the opposite order. Of course, you're going to turn clockwise. So the two tabs face front and back. So just point one side to the rear, push it upward, and then give it a quarter turn clockwise. That's now bypassed. All right, and here are the meat and potatoes of this whole kit. So the brand is Aqua Crest, and it has a 5-year lifespan. Much better than your typical 6-month lifespan on your MWF filters. That's your basic diagram right there. So inside the box, you get your filter, of course. And the recommended lifespan is 5 years or 5,000 gallons of water, whatever comes first. So you've got your tubing that it comes with. Again, if you're using stainless steel braided hoses, you don't need to use this, but that is pretty nice that it includes that in the package. And of course, you get your main kit here. Let's go and check out some of these components. So you get one clip that's to install the filter, say onto a wall, cabinet, something like that. You get some zip ties and also some PTFE tape. You also get 4 of these 3M attachable foam clips. That's just to zip tie it. Again, I'll probably attach it to my fridge, but we'll see. And then you get 2 packs of these here. Again, depending on what type of hose or line you go with, you might use one of these or the other, depending on your installation. And then we'll go ahead and move the fridge outward away from the wall, get enough working area behind the fridge. And I'll show you guys the process of shutting off your water, undoing the water hose, and then installing the new filter in line. Alright, so I've got my hose here. Here's my water supply. This is the line for the fridge. Let's go ahead and separate the fridge line from the supply line. Alright, so looking at the area behind the fridge, as you can see here, you have your water line. I happen to have an easy ball shut-off valve right here. And if you don't have one of these, you're just going to make sure to go outside of your house and find the main water shut-off. So I can shut off everything right from here. Just like that. So the water to this line is now shut off. As you can see, I have a steel braided hose, a very long one actually. And it goes right here to the fridge. And by the way, now that you have your fridge pulled out, it's a good idea to go ahead and dust off your vents here. This one is an intake on this model. This one's the outtake. I actually already did a lot of cleaning, as you can see by some of that dust there, but I took this panel off, cleaned the radiator, the fan, and then any buildup that I had right here. So everything's good to go on that end. A couple wrenches is all you need. Happen to have a pliers wrench and then just a standard crescent wrench. Should be all that's needed, and then just be prepared to catch everything in your bowl here. A little bit of built up pressure there, that's all that is there. That's pretty much it, not a whole lot. Alright, so there is your female end for the supply line, and then your male end for the fridge here. Alright, so I've got the threads clean. I'm just going to go ahead and apply some new tape here. And of course you want to do this in the proper direction as it threads on, so you want to do that clockwise. And you want to make sure that this does not stick out over the end of this, because it is a compression fitting as well. Just gonna do about maybe a couple revolutions, call it a day. And just to go the extra mile, I'm just gonna go ahead and hit it with some pipe dope here. Totally not necessary, I'm sure. Alright, I did want to note a couple things. So, judging by this diagram, it actually has it mounted horizontally, as you can see there, after installation. So I'm going to go ahead and follow this guide. I don't think that it really matters on the orientation, only because you're dealing with water pressure, but I'm just going to go ahead and install it horizontally just like the diagram shows, just to be on the safe side. Also, first thing, you want to install your inlet hose first. And it says to flush out the filter. It says 5 minutes, so I'm going to do about that. Just going to remove this real quick. Again, inlet, outlet. All right, let's go ahead and apply our tape and sealant to the male threads of this adapter here. So again, just do your best not to get the very into that fitting there, because that's where the compression fitting on the hose is going to be placed. A little bit of pipe dope here. Go and take the female end of the hose, take your male fitting, just go ahead and thread this on. Go and take your wrenches and go ahead and snug everything up. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my silicone grease, lube up this male portion there before inserting it into the inlet of the filter. Alright, so there is your supply line all ready to go. I'm just going to go ahead and clean things up here. And definitely verify that you have the side marked in. Just go ahead and insert it right into the hole here. As you can see, that locks on there. It's not going anywhere. Alright, now I need to basically purge the system, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill up this water jug a couple times. I've also got this bowl here, so let's go ahead and do that now. Now the water will come out black because all of the carbon, that's naturally part of the filter. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and use the included PTFE tubing, connect it directly into the inlet of the fridge here. So order is going to be the threaded collar. Get your barb barrel fitting here, slide that right over, and then you have a little plastic insert just to keep the end of this from deforming. I'm just going to hit everything with a little bit of a plumber's putty here. So now this compression barb is going to be sandwiched just like that, and this connects directly to the fridge portion here. So there's your finished connection. And then essentially we just basically need to do the same thing. Attach this guy to attach directly to the outlet of the filter here. All right, so opposite end, once again, threaded color. Your barrel here. Your little insert. Get the male end and start taping these threads down. And go ahead and sandwich all of this together. And one tip is to keep inward pressure just to make sure that your fittings don't fall off at the end of the hose here. Yes, that's why you have that marker, so you make sure to maintain that gap. All right, so let's go ahead and tighten this down. And there's your finished connection. Some silicone grease. Verify that you do have the outlet on the filter, and just go ahead and make your connection. Just like that. So at this point, the water is now ready to be turned on. You have everything connected. Just going to verify everything's tight, not slipping out here. Going nowhere. And I can go ahead and attach this to my fridge. Before I do, I need to bring the fridge back so I have enough room to tape this down and attach it via the zip ties. Check for leaks. So I didn't touch that, but everything is bone dry here. Going to the filter. Just go and rub your hands around, make sure you have no moisture. It's looking good. See no dripping. You're all set. All right, so it has 4 of these. I'm just gonna go ahead and use maybe 2 or 3 of them. Let's start them right here. So again, nothing crazy. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my imagination and my eyeballs. Go and grab your zip ties, get them all set, ready to go. Alright, so as you can see, there is the new filter. Now you don't have to have it in view like this. I could have totally just mounted this behind the wall, behind the fridge, and just never seen it. But again, I just wanted to make sure to have it here, just so I can eyeball for any leaks, should anything arise. And I also have some storage here as well, so we're all good. Ooh, clear. Tastes like nothing. It's awesome. There it is, you guys. All right, you guys, I'm all done with this job. Took me about half an hour to an hour. Again, I took some extra steps as you saw in the video, but otherwise, again, roughly around that half hour to an hour mark should be fine. Actually, the hardest part was actually pulling the fridge out and cleaning behind here, but regardless, super easy job. If you know where your water shutoff is and how to use a couple wrenches, should be no problem at all. So again, this is rated for 5,000 gallons or 5 years. I'll check back in another 5 years and see if it lasted that long. My family drinks a lot of water. We make a lot of punch, a lot of lemonade, a lot of iced tea, and we're always doing hikes, runs, bikes, workouts. So we drink a lot of water in this house. So again, we'll put that to the test, but hoping for at least maybe 2 to 3 years, because replacing these MWF filters every 6 months just ain't cutting anymore. Just not in the budget. Something like this, definitely a fraction of the cost. So definitely check it out. All right, so this job is done, complete, and I approve for sure. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, consider hitting that subscribe button. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.